Oh, it's done. All right, today we're working on the Panga trailer. That's right, it's time to get this thing off the stands and back on the trailer. I actually have to take it to a paint booth because there's so many love bugs right now. I'm ready to gel coat the inside and paint the inside, and I just can't do it. So many bugs. But you see the trailer over there, it's all tore apart. I got everything ripped apart. I'm putting it back together. It's going to be in good shape. The fenders I got off, they had cracks at the corners. And I was just ready to get my spool gun out and weld those up. I could do that in a jiffy with the aluminum spool gun. But I thought, I bought some of these aluminum brazing rods a while back. I've seen them on YouTube and whatnot. Who hasn't? And I was like, that's a cool idea if it works. So I thought, this is a pretty good place to try them, because this is nothing structural. It's not the end of the world here. I'm not welding a skeg on somebody's motor. God knows I'd never do that with one of those aluminum brazing rods. But I want to try this. And to give it all the best of the chance in the world, I'm going to do it just like anything else I was going to do if I was welding aluminum. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that with my grinding wheel that I use for aluminum only, and I'm going to just bevel that crack a little bit. And that's how I would do it if I was welding aluminum. That's what needs to be done if you're welding aluminum. You just can't weld right onto that dirty aluminum. Let me set you up here. Let me get my grinding wheel. All right, this is my flapper disc, and you see it says aluminum on it. It's made for grinding aluminum, but I only use it on aluminum. I don't want to contaminate it. So now it's clean, but I'm going to take try to get a little bevel in the middle of it there. That looks pretty clean. Wipe it down with a little bit of acetone. I want you to think I'm treating this special because of what it is. I've never done aluminum any different. Well, I have, and it doesn't work. Aluminum's got to be clean, 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 clean. All right, that's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to take this acetone rag and I'm going to put it way over there. You don't want to start a fire. This stuff's very flammable. All right, and I got one out, and here they are. It says needs no flux, and it gives you instructions. All aluminum rods, and there it is. You know what? I think I'll wipe this rod down because it looks a little oxidized in there, doesn't it? And we'll wipe that down. If I was TIG welding, I would wipe it down. Okay. I've got my matte torch here. Let's see if we can make this happen. It says it's got to get to 750 degrees. Now, if I were to put my flame on this rod, it'll melt right away. We don't want to do that. We want to get the metal hot enough that it'll make the rod run, just like if you were soldering. Doing some plumbing or some brazing, same thing. You don't want to try to get this stuff to melt before it's hot enough. Okay, I don't think if you saw, I kept the flame going on the aluminum behind it there. I had to keep my heat up to keep that aluminum where it would flow a little bit. I don't know. not the prettiest aluminum weld I've ever done, but you know, I've done worse. It's not bad. Let's look at the other side and see if it ran into that crack. That's the test. No, look at there. It did not flow into the brake at all. Not at all. It's a good thing I beveled it what I did. So, I don't know, it's pretty dirty on this side, but let's see if we can get some aluminum on the inside. There we go. Well, we got to give it a fair chance, right? I would like to grind that out, but I can't. Leaving that corner like it is, it just won't work. I'm trying to figure out a way to set this camera. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see what I can do here. I don't want to burn my camera up. Give myself a little more room there. All right. What do you think? I'll put it in your corner. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. I mean, would I weld up something important with that? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to flip it over and see if I melted out the other side when I did this side. No, it stayed on there, but I can still see straight down through there. I can still see that crack all the way through. So does it weld to aluminum? Yes. Is it going to hold? Probably going to be fine just for this fender. You know, it's bolted end to end. What I want to use is structural. Not what I'm seeing. Not if I can't penetrate with it. Not if I can't get it into there. Like I said, if I was using my spool gun, I know I'd have to turn it way down on a little fender like this, and I'd have to be careful I didn't burn all the way through, but I feel I could have done it. But I wanted to try this. I've been wanting to try it for a long time. And this is as good a test as any. So, is it there? Yeah. Break? I don't think so. Let's put some pressure on and lift the whole fender up by that corner. You know what? Let me cool it first. I got this wet rag here. It is still awful hot. I got to give it a little bit of a chance in life, right? There we go. At least get it where it won't sizzle anymore. All right. Okay. Let's just see. I'm gonna lift the whole fender up by this thing. Nope. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it moving apart? What do you think these aluminum welder rods now? I don't know. Maybe in a perfect world. Not in mine. All right. Thanks for joining me. Hope this helps.